You never lack money again. It might sound strange or even impossible to believe, but let me tell you, it's the truth. When I first heard this idea, I thought it was nonsense. How can someone say I never lack money when my wallet was empty? But I've come to learn something powerful. The way we think about abundance shapes everything. I'll explain what I mean. Think of it like this. The universe doesn't recognize lack. It only recognizes abundance. That means everything, whether it's money, joy, or even sadness, exists in endless amounts. Whatever you focus on grows. If you believe you're always broke, you're going to see proof of it everywhere. But if you shift your thinking just a little, you'll start noticing that abundance was always there, waiting for you to align with it. Write these 3 numbers on your hand and you will never lack money and you might see how simple changes can lead to big results. I used to wake up feeling hopeless. Bills stacked up, my bank account seemed like it had a permanent hole in it, and I was just stuck in this cycle of thinking, I never have enough. And guess what? That mindset brought me more days of scraping by, more worries, more scarcity. But one day, I stopped myself. I asked, what if I'm wrong? What if money isn't missing from my life, and I just don't see it yet? That question changed everything. If you always lack money, do this. Here's something crazy. Have you noticed how moods work? Let's say you wake up feeling grumpy. Maybe you stub your toe getting out of bed. Then the coffee machine breaks. You're late to work, and it feels like the world is against you. All those little things pile up because you're stuck in the energy of frustration. The universe is just reflecting that back at you, showing you abundance, not of money, but of what you're focusing on, bad vibes. It works the same way with money. When I started telling myself, money flows to me effortlessly, even when my bank account said otherwise, small changes happened. Suddenly, I'd find coins in old coat pockets. Someone would buy me lunch out of the blue. An unexpected refund check arrived in the mail. None of this was luck. It was the shift in my mindset pulling abundance toward me instead of pushing it away. If you do this, you'll never lack money again. You don't have to fake it or force yourself to believe in abundance overnight. Start small. Look around you. Maybe you have access to clean water, a warm place to sleep, or even just a smile from a stranger. That's abundance. Recognize it, feel gratitude for it, and watch how that energy multiplies. Soon, you'll notice abundance showing up in ways you never expected, money included. Remove your fear of lack of money, and embrace the truth that everything exists in infinite supply. Even when it doesn't seem like it, abundance is always there, waiting for you to see it. Believe me, if I could break free from my scarcity mindset, you can too. Do this and you never lack or borrow money again and again. Have you ever had one of those days? A day where everything feels like magic, where joy seems to follow you everywhere, like it's just waiting for you to notice it. Maybe it was a vacation day, or maybe you were finally going to that concert you'd been counting down to for weeks. You woke up excited, your energy buzzing, and suddenly, the whole day started to reflect that feeling back to you. Things just worked out, your coffee tasted better, traffic was lighter, people smiled more. The day kept getting better, and better, and better. That's the thing about happiness. It's abundant if you choose to look for it. It's just there, waiting. You don't have to dig for it, fight for it, or figure it out. You just need to notice it. But here's the twist, the same rule applies to negativity. If you wake up searching for problems, pain, or reasons to feel bad, guess what? You'll find those too, in abundance. It's not the day itself, it's what you're tuning into. Now, let's talk about money. You might think, but my bank account says otherwise. How can you say I don't have money? How to get out of lack of money? Trust me, I used to feel the same way. I'd obsess over the numbers, stressing over every dollar, and guess what? That stress only brought me more experiences that felt like not enough. Bills piling up, unexpected expenses. It was like the universe was saying, here's more proof of lack since that's what you keep focusing on. Stress and lack of money can be overwhelming, but changing your focus can make all the difference. But here's the truth, money, like happiness, is infinite. It's always around you. The difference isn't in the numbers, it's in your focus. If you keep telling yourself there's never enough, that's all you'll see. But if you start looking for money, truly appreciating it, however small it may seem, you'll find it everywhere. Maybe it's an unexpected discount at the store, maybe it's a friend picking up the tab, or maybe it's a surprise check you weren't expecting. Suddenly, the world feels like it's working with you instead of against you. Attract money fast. You will never lack money after watching this Dr. Joe Dispenza. This isn't about ignoring reality or pretending you're wealthy when you're not. It's about shifting your mindset from I lack to I notice abundance. The money doesn't magically appear out of nowhere, but your openness to seeing and receiving it makes all the difference. When I started practicing this, it was like my life flipped. I stopped worrying about what I didn't have and started celebrating every little bit that came my way. And somehow, those little bits turned into bigger bits. How to end the lack of money forever starts with this change in perception. So, the question isn't, how much money do I have right now? That's never the real issue. The real question is, what am I looking for, abundance or lack? If you're looking for reasons to feel rich in life, you'll find them. If you're looking for reasons to feel poor, you'll find those too. The choice is always yours. How not to feel lack of money is to focus on abundance. Let me share something important. A lot of people, maybe even you, get stuck on this idea about money. It's this belief that the numbers in your bank account define whether you have enough. People convince themselves that if they don't see something huge, like $1 million or more sitting there, they don't have enough. I used to think like that too. It messed with my head and made me feel like I was always behind, always chasing something I couldn't catch. Lack of money is the root of all evil, but it's an illusion that we can break free from. Here's the thing. That belief, it creates an illusion. It's not real, but it feels real because you keep repeating it in your mind. I don't have enough. I'll never have enough. When you think this way, something strange happens. It's like the money you have starts slipping through your fingers. You see it come in, but it never feels like it stays. You pay your bills, buy what you need, and you're left thinking, where did it all go? This isn't because money doesn't want to stay with you. It's because your energy is focused on lack. If your mind keeps saying, I don't have enough, your actions and feelings match that belief. You stop noticing the money you do have. You stop feeling grateful. And what you focus on grows. I learned that the hard way. Lack of money thought can be transformed by changing your focus. When I changed my focus, even just a little, things shifted. I started reminding myself that money was always around me, even if it wasn't showing up in the exact way I wanted. Instead of obsessing over the number in my account, I told myself, there's more than enough for me. It felt strange at first, but over time, I noticed money staying longer, and opportunities to earn more seemed to show up. It wasn't magic. It was me seeing abundance instead of lack. You can do this too. How to get rid of lack of money involves this mental shift. Think about money differently for a second. Picture it like air. Air is everywhere, right? You don't wake up panicked, wondering if there'll be enough air to breathe today. You just know it's there. You trust it. Unless you're being held underwater, air isn't something you stress about. It's abundant. Always around you. Always available. You never think, oh, I need to store air in a special account just in case I run out tomorrow. That would be silly. Now, love works the same way. You don't set up a love account where you deposit all your feelings so you can withdraw them later. Love flows freely. It's not tied to one place, one person, or one situation. You don't put limits on it because you know it's out there, everywhere, ready for you to experience if you open yourself up to it. Money is the same. It's energy, just like air, water, electricity, or love. It exists in abundance. Why lack of money can cost you more is because it blocks you from seeing this flow. But here's where the struggle starts. People are taught to see money as limited. They think, if it's not in my bank account, it's not mine. That idea? It traps you. It makes you focus on what's not there, rather than the truth. Money flows. It's all around you, waiting to align with you. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a bank account or save money, that's practical. But when you focus too hard on what's sitting in your account, you forget the bigger picture. You forget money is as limitless as air. Lack of money in your health can be intertwined when this stress persists. When I stopped worrying about whether I had enough, something shifted. I started trusting that money, like air, would be there when I needed it. Opportunities opened up. Money didn't feel like this faraway thing anymore. It's not about ignoring reality, it's about knowing abundance is real, just like the next breath you take. How lack of money affects people is profound, but changing your mindset can mitigate these effects. Let me show you how this works. Think back to times when you needed money, really needed it. Somehow, it always appeared. Maybe you had to pay a bill, and just when you thought you wouldn't manage, the money showed up in your account. Or you wanted to buy something, and the funds were there when you needed them. You didn't have to hold on to millions in your bank account to make it happen, right? That's because money flows. It moves. It comes when you need it, not when you sit and demand proof of its existence. How to deal with fear of lack of money involves recognizing this flow. Take a moment to reflect on your life right now. You're here, watching this, likely using a phone, computer, or some other electronic device. That device is supported by an internet connection, a cell phone plan, services you're paying for. This alone proves that money has been flowing into your life already. You might not be sitting on $4 million, but you're not without resources either. That's the point, you're always supported. Money finds its way to you, often in ways you don't expect. Focusing on the idea that I don't have enough blocks this flow. It makes you obsess over what's missing, instead of noticing the abundance already present. The truth is, you don't need millions in your bank account to feel secure. You need to trust that money, like air, shows up exactly when you need it. It's not about hoarding or clinging to a number in your account. It's about realizing that money is there to support you, no matter what. You will never lack money when you embrace this mindset. When you shift your perspective, something magical happens. You stop panicking over the what-ifs and start living with faith in the flow. And as you trust more, your physical reality will reflect that trust. Your bank account, your life, everything, it'll show you more evidence of abundance. You don't have to force it. Just let it come, like a breath of air. It's always there, waiting. For people like me, this is such a huge realization. I used to get stuck in that same cycle of thinking. You know the one, where you look at your bank account and decide, I'm not enough because I don't have this amount in there. I lived like that for so long, and honestly, it drained me. If you're in that place, let me tell you, the first thing you need to do is shift your focus. Stop staring at the numbers in the bank account. Say it with me, I always have enough money. I always have enough money. I always have enough money. Here's the key, money doesn't have to sit in one place to support you. It doesn't matter if it's in your account, someone else's, or even lying on the street. Money is everywhere. It's not about where it's sitting, it's about trusting that it's available to you whenever you need it. The more you repeat that truth, the more you'll start to notice it showing up. Not just in your bank account, but in other parts of your life too. You'll begin to see how abundance manifests in ways you didn't expect. Now, let me share what I think is the most powerful part of all this. Once you get even a small taste of attracting money, it feels like magic. You realize there was never a shortage. Not in money, not in resources, not in opportunity. That sense of lack? It was never real. It was just something you told yourself over and over until you believed it. The moment you step away from that mindset, you step into a flow that feels limitless. Thank you so much for listening to this today. I hope it gave you something to think about, maybe even something to try. I can't wait to share more with you soon. Until next time, take care, and remember, you're always supported.